My name is Parmwan Thanarath. I was born in Bangkok's old money circles, the kind of world where women aren't raised, they're trained. I was fluent in French by 8, perfect posture by 10, engaged by 19, to Vichai Thanarath. He wasn't a stranger. He was a family alliance, a man with power, poise, and no voice of his own. He made his fortune designing drone chips for foreign governments, the kind that watch you without blinking. My mother said he was safe. My father said he was smart, but no one asked if he was mine. On our wedding night, he barely touched me, just unwrapped the silks from my shoulders and stared. His fingers were cold, his eyes emptier than silence, and I remember thinking, this is what forever looks like? A man who watches you like a riddle he can't solve? I tried. For 2 years. I tried being the wife they wanted. Pretty, composed, controlled. But inside, I was starving. So I gave him a choice. I stay. I give him children. I play the part. But I take what I need. The first was Niran. He wasn't special, but he was soft. And sometimes soft is all you need. We met at a rooftop bar in Ekamai. He smelled like mango and tobacco. He told me my laugh made him nervous, and I kissed him for it. He didn't ask questions. He just took me, fast, desperate. God, it felt good to be seen. I told Vichai everything, where, when, how. He just nodded once and poured his tea. But then Niran drowned. They said he fell off a boat at his friend's villa in Hua Hin. No drugs, no injuries, just gone. I told myself it was fate, coincidence, but deep down, I felt it. Vichai. His silence became heavier, not peaceful, predatory. Months passed. I couldn't stop. I wouldn't. Next came Kidichai, a violinist. Famous enough to be on magazine covers, humble enough to pretend he didn't recognize me. His fingers were magic, his mouth worse. He made me feel like fire wrapped in silk. I told Vichai again. His only response? Does he play Chopin? And then he asked me what I wore. That night, with Kidichai, I told him, and he closed his book, very slowly. At our next gala, I saw them talking. Vichai and Kidichai, smiling, toasting, like two men discussing wine, until Vichai leaned in and whispered, you know, I killed the last one, Niran, and no one cared. Kidichai left the party within minutes, vanished from Bangkok, blocked my number, deleted every message. I never saw him again. I screamed at Vichai. He just stood there, stone, still. I hit him. He grabbed my wrists, and then he kissed me, hard, bruising, dominating. He didn't ask. He took, and I let him. Because in that moment, I didn't know if I hated him or wanted him more than anyone I'd ever known. That's when I realized something terrifying. His silence turned me on. The lovers kept coming. Phupha, a model with perfect cheekbones and rough hands. Tan, a chef who used his fingers like poetry. T, a Muay Thai fighter who kissed me like a promise he never kept. And Vichai watched. Always watched. Never stopped me. Never interfered. Just observed, like a god studying ants before the rain, until they started to disappear. Phupha was last seen at a spa, gone. Tan missed his flight to Tokyo. Gone. T went hiking in Chiang Mai. Never came back. That's when the whispers started. Women asked me if I was cursed. Men stared at me like I was dangerous. I started waking up in cold sweats, not from guilt, but fear. What if I wasn't the one in control? What if he was? Searched his study when he left for a business trip to Seoul. I knew his hiding spots. What he thought was discreet was predictable. Behind a drawer panel, a locked box. Inside, Tan's lighter, T's gym card, Bufa's necklace, and Niran's old phone. Smashed, but not wiped. I had proof. My husband was a killer, and he kept souvenirs like they were love notes. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I smiled and began to plan. I created an anonymous trail, a digital one, shared photos, videos, dates, locations. I bought burner SIMs, changed IPs, used fake names. When I had everything ready, I tipped off the police and let them follow the scent. It didn't take long. 3 weeks later, during our annual merit-making ceremony at Wat Saket, they came for him, right in front of monks, right in front of his mother, handcuffed, quiet, dignified, even in disgrace. Vichai didn't resist. He just looked at me and smiled, like he knew. They sent him to the Bangkok remand prison. No bail. They wanted to avoid scandal, so they gave me a choice: turn state witness or turn everything over to the press. I chose silence, and they gave me everything: the homes, the accounts, the empire. I didn't flinch. People ask me if I loved him, sometimes, in my own way, the same way you love fire when you're cold, even if it burns you. He wasn't my enemy. He was my mirror. He let me be who I really was, and I let him be who he truly wanted to be. But in the end, only one of us could win. I live alone now, in our river villa. The koi still swim. The house is too quiet, but my reflection in the glass, she smiles, because she remembers. She survived, and she took everything. If this story thrilled you, seduced you, disturbed you, subscribe to Twisted Love Tales, because in this world, sometimes love isn't what saves you, it's what ruins you best.